Hello everyone, welcome back to our Procreate tutorial series. In today's video we will see how blending modes for layers can completely change a drawing. So the first thing you want to do is grab a drawing or an image and set it as your first layer, and then add another layer as we did here. And then select our first blending mode. I'm going to start with multiply because it's one of the most useful and widely used. As you can see here, you can't really see that much, but once we lower the opacity, you will get a different feel. Now, if the sky were darker, this will probably look like a scene set at night. We could also add a few details by selecting add, another blending mode which is very widely used, and selecting some sort of soft airbrush, and then just lower the opacity a bit and give it a little feel of fog or something like this, and you get basically a scene set at night. Now I'm gonna zoom in so you can see better. As you can see, this one looks like grass at night time. If we select the color, you will see that it has darkened and it has more of a bluish hue, which is perfect for what we wanted to achieve. We can also choose to delete some of the areas that have been, covered by the multiply layer so that it looks a little more realistic. Now I'm gonna show you a few different options. As for the shading, we also have Darken, which makes everything a little more saturated than multiply. I personally do not recommend it that much, mostly because it's a bit difficult to use in these cases, but it can work. You just have to regulate your hues first. Then we have shade, which is extremely similar. We have color burn, which adds a layer of darkening to the whole drawing. This isn't really good for nighttime scenes, but it is good for adding a little more depth to your drawings. We've got linear burn, which is almost the same. We've got darker color, which basically converts the bright shades of colors into darker ones. We've got normal, which is basically the same color applied on the canvas. And now we steer into lighting territory. Now it doesn't really work that well because this is a dark color, so we are going to select a lighter color, like this one. So it's a little more visible. And as you can see, the difference is stark. Now we gave it a whole different hue, thanks to the lighten mode. We got the screen mode, which makes stuff a bit more realistic in my opinion. We got the color dodge. As you can see, it's basically the same. As you can see here, we got add, which is also very used for, adding lighting and such. We've got lighter color, which doesn't really cover the very bright areas as we can see here on the canvas. We got overlay, which is also very widely used, and it completely changes the vibe of your drawing. I'm gonna show you something, and there it is. Now the scene looks like it's set at sunset, or maybe with a darker red we can make it more ominous, or by choosing lighter colors we can make it look a little better. We got soft light, which is similar. We got hard light, which is way more intense than soft light. We got vivid light, which is extremely intense. I recommend using this with caution. We got linear light, which is very intense because its purpose is originally to be put on very small objects in order to make them pop more. We got pin light, and we've got hard mix, which is useful for comic effects on, of course, pages of comics that actually allow this effect to look great. It doesn't look really great right now, but it can be used for color mapping. We got difference, which generates a very weird effect here. We got exclusion, as you can see here, it excludes the areas that have a very similar color to the color we've selected. So let's go with the green for this to show you. There it is. The grass is barely visible now. We got subtract, which definitely has a dark feel in this case because it subtracts the green areas. But if I selected white, it would basically delete everything because everything is very light in this drawing. Now we got divide, which is kind of the same. And if you see here, basically it converted the whole drawing to the hue of the opposite color. We got hue, of course, which of course changes the hue of the drawing to the one you selected here. As you can see, looks like one of the old photos. We got saturation, of course. Any color that's similar to this will be eliminated. We got color, as you can see here. It's very similar to hue. And luminosity for last, which is this. Basically brightens the whole scene and keeps the area that are similar to the original color. Alright, let's put it back to multiply now, because we are going to set the scene at night. Of course, these effects can be combined however you want. There's really no rules for this, and it's really just a matter of trial and error, and you just have to see what's best for your drawing. There's not a perfect guide on this. I mean, we could make this drawing more beautiful by adding shade here, adding little light spots so that it looks like light is filtering through the leaves, as maybe you can see here. This will create a nice effect. But other than this, honestly, it's just you have to try everything and you have to find the blending modes that you need. You can avoid using them if you find them too complicated, but you'd have to learn color theory, which is probably even more complicated. But if you're used to traditional methods, then you're probably better off not using blending modes and using the converted colors instead. Alright, that's everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.